There is no famine and there is no starvation by Israel in Gaza. This topic came out to throughout all the world and brought a lot of catastrophe to the area basically. This propaganda that was spread by Hamas is a big lie and actually influenced some Israelis. Some of my friends even believed it. And it's a horrible situation. It brought to things that brought a lot of more catastrophes to the area. For example, France and their president trying to create a Palestinian state, which actually brings kind of like a price. And as Marco Rubio said today, it brought Hamas to withdraw from the negotiations about bringing back the hostages. Why? Because everyone bought the lies of starvation. I want to show you something. I want to show you how can we understand and show and prove that there is no starvation. Please watch this video with me. In this video, you can see a man that is telling you obviously that it's obviously that he has an issue. He didn't eat or he has a sickness. Obviously that he's going through very tough and catastrophical situation. Pay attention what you don't see. You do not see the people around him. If one person is starving, everyone around is starving. There's not enough food for everyone, kids, women. But but what happens here is that they stick with this guy. The camera always only focus at him, and when you will see other people around him, you will see they don't look like him, and they're not starving. They actually look okay. Obviously, the situation is not fun or not easy in Gaza. Obviously, it's because of Hamas not dropping down their weapon and bringing back the hostages. And this media that comes out of Gaza is spreading lies, creating reality of lies that actually touching the very sensitive stomach. Look at these women and kids. They're not starving. This guy has an illness or a sickness that caused him to look like that. And that's very sad. He's telling you about this bread, dry bread that he eats, but he has an issue. He has an issue and he has a medical issue probably that caused him to look like that. If there is a starvation, you will see it's very easy to show people around and show you everything. Everyone will look like that, or everyone will look that they're suffering. But you don't see it in this video, and you don't see it in many other videos. Now look what they did. These kids, remember them because this is basically the next story we're gonna expose. What's amazing is that there was a wall. There's a lot of staging in Gaza. Dead people and explosions. They're using makeups and stuff. And there's actually a Facebook group called Hollywood, Palestinian Hollywood. How they make these videos, and there's a lot of videos that you see. There's a video I can send if people want a little girl on a wheelchair coming to get some food, and she can't get the food, and eventually at the end of the movie you see her standing and taking big containers of water and piling it on the wheelchair while she's standing. She's not disabled for sure, but the video was trying to show her situation, her bad situation. Take a look at this picture. The Time magazine trying to show you again the hunger and the famine and the people of Gaza. Again, you can look at these people. They ate. They have food. These kids. And actually, this is a wall, if you look carefully here, that was created to stage as and to take pictures of these people. Don't forget that the food that comes into Gaza is a dry food. They know how to make it. If it's rice or hummus or lentils or whatever, they make it at home. No one comes with pots or empty dishes to get prepared food. They make it their own. Now, why do they do that? First of all, by the way, if you want to show starvation, if there is a real starvation and a famine, you just take the camera and show the people around. You don't need a zoom in picture. You don't need to make a video about one person. But what they did over here is obviously to create pictures that will touch the West and try to convince the West to stop Israel in the middle of the war and from actually bringing back the hostages. This is actually causing and weakening Israel And at the end of the day will bring the results that Hamas will remain in power. Hamas is still saying that we're going to destroy Israel, will remain next to the border of Kibbutz Be'eri and Kibbutz Nir Oz that have been massacred by Hamas on October 7th. Can you imagine it? No, Israel cannot accept it. And this is what leads Israel to continue the war and actually stand on its right for existence and bring back the hostages and take Hamas out of Gaza, out of their weapon. And it's not happening because Hamas, what they want to do is basically to get the support of the West by this miserable, and they did it for generations, for dozens of years from the beginning, to get the support of the West that will weaken Israel and will cause them eventually to win Israel. And by recognizing, for example, a Palestinian state, it's weakening Israel because if the world start to recognize, first of all, it showed them that they need to attack and do terrorism and get prized as a state. Second, if there will be eventually a state, there will be a lot of things that they will demand, or the world will demand from Israel, that will cause a lot of issues that unsolved and leave terrorists in power, leave the terror and the terrorists next to Israel, and it's something that Israel cannot let it happen because it's gonna hurt and gonna aim on the existence of Israel. Imagine yourself again, Hamas is standing right next to my house, out of my kitchen. What is it, like a minute walk? We're gonna get to the border with the West Bank, and if we have Hamas over there, this is a catastrophe. They can start the engine of the Toyota and come in and invade and do it every day. We can't let it happen. And again, the starvation is something that was they won in the battle. This is why Israel is basically, there was a lot of pressure on the people of Gaza and on Hamas to basically surrender and give back the hostages by limiting the amount of supplies, obviously. What happens is that up until now, Hamas, which Gaza is being flooded with a lot of food and supplies from the air, from trucks and everything, and Hamas piling up his storerooms and warehouses. Every school is full of supplies, even before 2 weeks ago, which they started to flood Gaza um, with humanitarian aid, because Hamas took it, and it's supposed to be free food, free supply for Gazans, everything for free. We don't even get this food for free, and we need it in our economical situation today. But they get it for free. Hamas buying it up, sell it to sellers, and they sell it in the market for very high prices. Even today, although there's plenty of food that comes from the air, from the trucks, it's unbelievable to see how they left these trucks before. I mean, 3 weeks ago there was a video showing you all the supplies that the UN left outside of Gaza, not sending it because they wanted only Hamas escorting them, obviously because the UN in Gaza is cooperating with Hamas and is Hamas literally, and that's horrible situation that they won with a campaign, with a propaganda, false propaganda, very dangerous propaganda. They touch the hearts and they changes situations, changes hearts in the West, winning support and causing Israel to be in a very dangerous situation. And we need to expose these lies. We have to expose these lies because famine and starvation is something that touches the guts for everyone, and there wasn't like that in Gaza, especially now there isn't. And again, if you want to show me that proof, there are no proof of that. And secondly, I know that the Israeli army will not do that. Israel will not do that. I've been there, I know it. Supplies is coming, situation is horrible, and everything can be over now. Hamas drops down his weapon, bring back the hostages, and leave Gaza. And Gaza will be flooded with supplies, money that will help it to recover. But apparently it's not happening, and this is why Israel is continuing the war. Our next video we're going to talk about why and what's going to happen in Gaza City with the operation or the war continuing in there, more pressure. Hopefully that will lead to the end of this war. And also I want to tell you that I'm planning my trip to the States now, speaking tour. Again, actually my eighth one. It's going to happen in September, and if you will send a message, you might see me. I am raising some money to fund the expenses of the flights, but I hope to be in Texas, in maybe in Boston area, back to maybe New Mexico. We'll see. Whoever, Georgia, whoever will say, "Yoav, come, I'll come over." Maybe West Coast. Stay tuned and stay in touch. And we're gonna have live actually soon. We're gonna have more videos coming, and your questions and contacts and comments are super important. See you.